Hey, Gunline. Fire mission coming down, y'all. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, episode number 240. 240. As always, I got my co-host here with me, Lee Hunt. Gang. Oh, man, we can't be saying gang. That's Theo Vaughn's thing, brother. But what's going on, man?
Oh, well, first and foremost, special shout out and happy heavenly birthday to our homie.
You beat me to it.
Man, my bad, yo.
Nah, you good, pimp. You good.
Have to raise a glass for my homie.
Yes, sir. So to the homie Cruz, the second co-host that I ever had on the podcast was our boy Jordan Cruz. Passed away back in November 23rd, 2020. Yeah, man, today would have been his birthday. And he would have been 40 today.
Yep.
You know, little pygmy motherfucker. So hey, brother, you still up there? And I know you talking shit to us. So happy birthday, you little midget motherfucker, little Cuban. But with that, let me take my sip of coffee.
Yep. Raise a glass of coffee to him.
A glass of coffee to my boy. I know he'd be talking shit like, what a fucking pussy. But with that said, man, let's get this bad bitch on the road. Dude, first things first. I pose a question out there. I've gotten a hold of this YouTube Shorts thing, right? And this is a shout out to the homie. I can't find his name right now, but he was somebody that was in 1-9 before I was in 1-9, but we linked up in there somehow or another. He started following the podcast or the page, and he hit me up on the Book of Faces. And he's like, hey, man, if you want to grow your audience, go ahead and start doing YouTube Shorts. And sure enough, man, I've been hitting the YouTube Shorts, and they've been bringing in people. So if this is your first time listening to the On the Gunline podcast, I want to welcome you all to the Gunline. The reason it's called the Gunline is because in the field artillery, when you're out in the field, the one place where you could have any discussion whatsoever with no judgment, no filters, no censors was the Gunline. All right, so that's why this is the Gunline. This is your safe space to be yourself. All right, we could have differing opinions. We might talk shit to each other, but at the end, we still ourselves. You know what I'm saying? No fucking hurt feelings. Thick skin only. So, with that being said, I put a question out there, bro. Well, let's rewind a little bit. The first one that I put out there was, what's the dumbest excuses you ever heard anybody make up for being late to fucking formation? So the one that, I started with was our good old boy Freeman.
The free butts.
Oh, yeah. Freeman was your can't get right. And this motherfucker talking about, I got randomed at the gate. Motherfucker, you live on post. How do you get randomed at the gate? So that was the first one. And then now I put a new one, which is, let me ask you, Hunt, when you joined the military, how old were you?
I was 19 I turned 20 in basic.
And were you authorized to drink legally?
Fuck no.
No. But yet you were authorized to carry a M16 or M4, and possibly go kill motherfuckers and possibly come back in or die out there, right?
Yeah.
How old were you when you went into the initial push in OIF 1?
20. I had turned 21 a few months later. So we left March 3rd of 2003, and I turned 21 in September of 2003.
So you were still not
able to buy,
buy a fucking 6-pack of PBR.
Yep.
Or 12-pack of PBR yet, but you can damn well put some motherfucking
warheads on foreheads.
Put some 5.56 in the motherfucking magazine. That's what tripped me out, man. And I've been looking at some of the comments on here, and it's amazing to me how much feedback we've gotten. What are your thoughts, first of all? I mean, should 18-year-olds be authorized to drink legally in the military?
See, here's the deal, and I know you're gonna be like, you're political correct.
No. Go ahead, man.
Because I was there. Because here's the deal, they're gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it, they're gonna do this shit anyway in the barracks and barracks parties. Now the problem is you have those dumbasses that won't just stay in their fucking rooms and they want to go out and do this shit at the third, and they get caught. And now it's like staff duty got to get involved. Now your section chief got to get involved, platoon sergeant, first sergeant, so forth. Instead of just being, and you know what? I don't even blame it on them 18-year-olds. I blame it on them other motherfuckers for not being like, listen, this is what the fuck you're gonna do. If you're gonna drink with us, you're gonna stay in this fucking room. You're not gonna act like a little bitch. You're gonna calm the fuck down. But they should be the ones mentoring that motherfucker, being like, yo, you're gonna stay here. You're not gonna do shit.
Hunt, let's be real though. There's a lot of fucking 21-year-olds and above that are the same way.
You know, I say that because it happened with me. Like, I didn't get cursed out. They were like, hey, listen, are you cool? Are you gonna be straight? I'm like, yeah, I got you. I don't got to worry about shit. And they were like, okay, well, what do you want? Hey, yeah, let me get here. Let me get this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here, come hang out with us in our rooms. We're good. Hey, make sure you go straight to your room and back. If you got to take a piss, there and back. Don't fucking leave. We had fucking our barracks was crazy back in the day because like on the bottom floor, that's where like all the fucking so it was kind of like how y'all's were, but it wasn't. So on the bottom floor, that's where the battery, the CP area was at and everything, staff duty. And then the second floor, it was like an open bay, kind of like open. Yep. Like it was a long hallway, rooms on left and right. And then there was like there was one fucking shower area on the far end. And
it was kind of like, it sounds kind of like the second area that we were at when we got back. Before they built the barracks behind the CP where we were at, there was like there was one spot where it was like a long hallway and there were rooms to the left and right with open area, but they had like it was like a 4-man room.
Yeah, you could have like 2
all the way down the hall.
Yeah, this shit was crazy. But we had it was cool, man. Like everybody, like, and keep in mind, this is like fresh 20-year-old Hunt being in this unit, not knowing nobody, and they're like, hey, bro, you want to drink? And I was like, yeah, man, you gonna be cool? Yeah. And I think I fucking ordered like some fucking like Smirnoff Ice or something. I had him give me some of that shit at first. I'm like, hey, I don't know how to party. I didn't know how to party with everybody.
White Claw to go with that?
Yeah. Man, so I'm like dripping and shit.
To go with
dead ass, man. I was like, you're gonna get some Smirnoff Ice? Like they're like laughing and shit, like, okay, here you go.
What part of Texas you from? God damn. West Hollywood, Texas?
And they were like, yo. It was like, yo, this dude's a narc. Like, hey, he's a narc. He's
CID like a motherfucker.
This motherfucker don't want no fucking Henny. He don't want no fucking Jack. He wants some fucking Smirnoff.
What kind of black man are you asking for Smirnoff Ice? Yeah. Motherfucker couldn't say I want a hypnotic. Come on now.
He's a narc. But it was cool, though. They found out I was cool.
Yeah.
I think it should happen. I just really wish that if it happens, because it's going to happen. Not if it happens, when it happens, there would be those older people in the barracks that would be like, nah, man, listen. Yeah, like if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this shit right because you're gonna bring heat on everybody the fuck else.
And that's the thing, though. I mean, I remember fucking barracks parties, bro. You know, motherfucker will be out there partying. Every time I think of like the barracks, I just think of Gurnice. Gurnice pops into my head because I would see that motherfucker out there, you know, in his fucking. He looked like a frat boy.
Yeah, that's all Gurnice was. I'll still be able to hear you though.
All right, go ahead, man. So if y'all don't know, my homeboy Grenice, we were in 277 together out there in Fort Hood, Texas, back in 05 through 07-ish that I was there. And I used to call him Baby G. So anyway, Grenice just looks like a big party animal. You know, a big fucking party animal who likes to drink and have a good time. Always good for a laugh. Always makes you fucking. He's just like, you know, kind of like how can I put it? Infectious, you know. He just it's just always a good time with him. And I just remember looking up at the third floor and he was up there and he would be laughing and, you know, have a drink in his hand. Everything was good, you know. Yeah, you had motherfuckers that would do stupid shit out there. For example, we had this one private, Larkin, and Larkin fucked around and got drunk one night and fell asleep inside First Sergeant's fucking SUV. That was pretty fucking funny.
The fuck?
Oh yeah, Larkin was a straight up wigger, and I don't know if you remember him, but he was like, "I'm gonna keep it. It's for real, cheap." No, how the fuck did he talk? Well, all I know is Larkin was cool as fuck, straight up alcoholic, but he ended up getting out. And anyways, but you had your fools that acted knuckleheaded. You know what I mean? And it happens. Shit happens at the barracks sometimes. But my question is, you know, if they're old enough to go fucking fight for their country, if they're old enough to to make these decisions, then why aren't they old enough to fucking drink? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I get the argument. Like, there's one here that says, I'm looking at one. This is by Grant Jones on the YouTube. He says 18-year-olds are not generally mature enough to use alcohol or cigarettes. They are physically mature enough to do military service, as they do not at that stage make tactical decisions. Those are made by older, wiser men. I understand that an 18-year-old can get tattooed and do. How many of those have second thoughts when they are older? Another example is how Democrats push for lower voting ages, as they know teenagers are easily swayed by the free stuff and drugs campaigns.
God damn it.
Here's a thought.
Okay.
Here's a thought. What would happen to politics in this country if the voting age was raised to, say, 35? All right. So we're going to go ahead and just take that political portion out of this. All right. Now, I do agree with one thing. Dropping the age to vote to 16 is stupid.
That's stupid.
Right. Huh?
That's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, so that's stupid. And I get what he's going at with that, because they'd say, if show me a liberal or show me a young kid that's a Democrat, and I'll show you somebody who has a heart, and show me a old liberal man, and I'll show you. I forget how it goes, but anyways, there's a saying it is. Anyways, regardless, I think that let the motherfuckers drink, let them, because like you said, Hunt, they're gonna drink anyway. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I brought up smoking cigarettes as well was because here in San Antonio, here in Texas, I don't know where else, but
it's nationwide now, man.
21 to buy cigarettes, right?
Mm-hmm.
How stupid is that? It bothers the fuck out of me that we're saying that they can do this, but they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So and then another one says, because you're much more likely to join the military because you don't know what you're doing with your life at 18.
No, the fuck you're not. There's people that that's stupid. Like, yo, I'm not trying to criticize your audience, but that is stupid as fuck. There are people right now in this country, God bless them, that they've had generations after generations after generations serve this country, and they're like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm gonna do this. They know from before they're 18, they've already made the decision. It's like, you know what? I looked up to my grandpa, I look up to my dad, my aunts, my uncles. They did this. I'm going to contribute my part too. So you can't say that. That's stupid as fuck. And this is coming from somebody that's not hoo high speed. Yeah, America. Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's another one that says, no, 21 is the legal drinking age, and that is that. Also, 18-year-old who are active military can buy cigarettes. I don't know if that's true or not.
No,
I haven't gone to the fucking Shop It or PX lately, so
they cannot do it. They still.
And then somebody said, "Oh my God, law. Is that Rourke from Call of Duty Ghost?" I don't know who that is. I guess because I'm in my fucking. I don't know if I'm supposed to look like a character or something, but.
No, so they can't do it. That's federal law. They can't break federal law on a federal installation. That's stupid as fuck.
So I saw somebody else say, then why not bring up the recruiting age to 21?
Yeah, if they're gonna do that, like, yeah, I mean, that kind of like, I gotta fuck with that. I can fuck with it. I hate the stereotype that it's only poor, uneducated people that want to join the military, because it's like you're shitting on so many people. You're shitting on people that are fighting for your freedoms, but you're shitting on these people that are poor and uneducated. But you depend on them to have the liberties that you have in this fucking country.
Now, I do get, like, we were talking with Miller, that a lot of people from our backgrounds that come from, like, quote unquote urban environments. I would just say, if you grew up in a tough area, you look at the military like a way out. You know what I'm saying? Because, what else is there to do? So, like, depending on what choices you make, I'll add that in there, because I made a lot of stupid choices in my life. However, when I did join the Army, I was doing okay for myself. I wasn't doing as good as I am now, but I was doing fairly decent. I was a dental assistant. I was making decent money. I lived in an apartment. I was living good. I was okay. But when the call came upon and they didn't need more bodies, I said, hell yeah, I'm a runner.
Bro, it looked like I got a fucking lazy eye. Like my eyes cocked as fuck right now. I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck?
For real. It's all gravy, baby. That shit's gonna be bugging you all day long.
It is. I can't even. I'm gonna have to put up something right here so I can't look at myself and shit.
Motherfucker, you better go get an eye patch, dog. Hey,
is my shit that fucked up for real? Holy shit, my shit is fucked up.
Bro, go put your glasses on, man. But here's the thing, I mean, and what trips me out with all this shit too. Now I started thinking about it. Like, now just this question came along last night because I was sitting down smoking a motherfucking cigar and wondering, like, why is it that youngsters can't do this shit? But yet, this is where this all stemmed up from. All right, might get a little political here.
Damn.
But my understanding is that right now there's young people that are deciding their quote unquote genders. All right. And we're catering to this shit. And I'm not saying we, I'm saying we as in general. All right. As in a lot of people are fucking playing along with this and letting them make these decisions at this young age instead of like correcting it. But yet they're not old enough to buy alcohol. They're not old enough to buy cigarettes, but they're old enough to decide, hey, I want to go get some hormones pumped in me, or I want to go get some motherfucking blockers in me. You see what I'm saying? So that's where, like, okay, you could be 16 and go to them. To me, that's medical malpractice, but hey, what do I know?
But here's the deal. Is that just rumors? I need to see. I want somebody to actually send me some statistical data, not even statistical data, of like actual unbiased, not from the right, not from the left, but straight from the hospital. Obviously, they're going to have to do what they can do for HIPAA, but be like, yes, there was a 16-year-old. It doesn't say male, female, that did this, because like there was a narrative that was put out with Massachusetts, and I know I chopped that name up, where they had to correct that shit, where they were talking about they were doing that shit to young kids. It was like, no, we don't offer that to children like that. Like that is a bullshit narrative. So like there's a lot of misconceptions out there. I think it's a lot of fear mongering, but I just want to see like hardcore proof that yes, this is going on.
Okay. And to that as well, I will say this is all just uninformed opinions on my end. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going off of what I heard. I am not a motherfucker who's politically savvy. I am not a motherfucker who has a PhD. I'm also not somebody who has a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? I got a GED and a DD-214 and a bunch of fucking opinions. So I just tend to say what I hear, and that's what I go with. What you laughing at over there, man? You must have had a funny.
No fucking man. No, you talking about the GD and the DD-214. That shit is fucking.
Well, that's all I got, man.
But funny shit.
But no, not even that though. But we're fucking. Even if you take that portion out of it, we're still letting these kids make those big grown folk decisions at that age.
See, this is my counter. That you say that we are letting them, but it's not so much we; it's their parents too. Because like, this is a conversation.
I'm saying in general, though.
Yeah, you're talking about it as a society. But once again, this is something that their parents, they're not just doing this on their own. They're still, if this is happening, it still has to be some kind of consent from an adult to bless off on this. Mm-hmm. And that all goes to the fact of this is what's good for my family. This is my family. It's nobody else's family. I, as the adult, allowed this decision for the child as a caretaker, as the provider, whatever you want to call it. I'm the final blessing off on this. Same way as it is when parents have to sign for their children to join the military if they're 17. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
But even at 17, when they bless off on them joining, they're not even allowed to go to fucking combat until they turn 18.
Yeah, they're still staying in Kuwait.
Well, not even Kuwait, bro. Not even Kuwait, because one of my homies that I went to basic with, his name was Richard Snowberger. Old Private Snowberger was 17 when he joined, and he wasn't able to deploy with 10th Mountain when we were out there, because I ran into him at BIOP after he fucking finally deployed when he turned 18, and then what sucks is about 2 weeks later I saw his picture on fucking Sergeant Stripes.
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't mean to laugh. Fuck.
Yeah, man, he 18 years old, bro. Probably never even had a piece of pussy.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy though. That's why it trips me out. Like, okay, this motherfucker can go out there and get blown the fuck up, but he can't get over here and fucking drink some alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Enjoy his freedoms as an American.
I'll give you another example. Full disclosure. I had a felony when I joined the military. They allowed me in with a felony. It was for grand theft. All right.
Goddamn, chief.
So it was
imagine
a bargain. Yeah, long story. This was back in 1997. I joined in 04.
What do you call a Latin American in a car?
Arrested?
No. What? A Latin American. What do you call two Latin Americans in a car? Organized crime.
I got one for you.
That's some Kowalski shit right there. I mean, some K-Wall.
I got one for you.
I'm gonna get canceled.
So check it out. Hey, I got a joke for you here. All right. What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
What was it? Oh, yeah, I'm getting canceled.
Oh shit. I heard that shit. I started dying.
Oh fuck.
But no, so I have a felony. I joined the military, right? So I got a felony in 97 for felony grand theft. I joined the military. I had to do a fucking packet. I didn't even have to get a waiver. I just had to go sit down in front of a fucking major that he blessed off on me joining. All right. Now I knew I would never get a top secret. I barely got a interim secret. You know what I'm saying? While we deployed. But here's the thing. When I came out the military after my service and I wanted to go buy a fucking weapon, I wasn't allowed to. You know how much of a slap in the fucking face that was? That I was good enough to carry a M4, a M16, shoot a 240, carry a 240, have 50 cals. Hell, I section chiefed a 155 and a 105 millimeter motherfucking howitzer. But hey, God forbid you want to buy this 9mm. Ain't happening, Chief. You know what I mean?
They got to redo the laws, man. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna punish somebody, punish them for 5 years after they've already done their time. And matter of fact, if they, you know what I'm saying? Okay, here's the deal, right? If it was a plea and there was no jail time served, punish them for 5 years, right? Let them get their rights back. There's no reason. Now, here's the deal. If it's a violent felony,
there you go.
No, if it's a non-violent felony, then yes.
And I'm with you on that.
Let them do their time and then let them get their rights back.
And that's what I agree with you on. You know, if you did the crime, you did the time. Got it. But you know what? After the time is done,
why am I still getting punished?
Exactly. And you know what? It's not like I'm one of those cats that walk around with a holster. I mean, if I did, nobody would fucking know anyway. But you know, it's more for preservation of life in my house. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or in my vehicle. But anyways, getting away from that. Dude, it just trips me out, dude. Like that there's people on both sides of it that, you know, they're like, yeah, all about it. Like when we had our alcohol in Iraq, I think for the Super Bowl, this is on my second deployment.
Super Bowl,
on the Super Bowl, when I was in Mosul, they let us get 2 beers. You know what I mean? Oh shit, that's really gonna impair my judgment right there. Yeah. You know,
I know a dude that threw up on like half of a beer. He didn't even get his other one. He threw listen, when I tell you they would like dip your fingers in that shit, 2 fingers to make sure that you got your beers. But hey, listen, it was here's the funny thing about it, right? So motherfuckers got their 2 beers, but you would see a lot of Gatorade bottles there too watching the Super Bowl because everybody know what when.
And he froze. And he's frozen. And guess he's frozen for a hot minute. God damn it. Damn it, Hunt. There you are. All right. Dipping 2 fingers. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was saying, you know, you dip your 2 fingers and let you know that that you got your 2 beers. So, but that Gatorade bottle.
That's where it was at.
Yeah, everybody knows what's inside that Gatorade bottle.
Bro, I'll tell you what. Many a times I did my drinking in Mosul. I did a lot of drinking because we used to go to Kirkuk to what's that ship called? What do they call it?
Arbil.
Yeah, Kurdistan.
Yeah,
Right?
well, we went to Arbil. I went to Kirkuk.
Whatever the fuck that is, where you cross the border, quote unquote. And
yeah, they had the little outpost out there.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's Arbil. We took over for y'all there.
Oh, okay. I don't know. All I know, we used to go up there because there was this big ass church. I remember there was big ass church on the mountain. Fuck climbing up that bitch again. But anyways, no, when we used to go out there, I would tell Smoke, "Hey, Smoke, I'm gonna go on a patrol real quick," and I would take my little backpack, my assault pack with me, and there happened to be a liquor store right there. We just fill that bitch up, blink, blink, blink,
Yeah.
blink, blink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, but we did it. We got drunk. We drank. Obviously, we wouldn't get too faded because if we had a mission the next day, or the day before, if you're gonna have a mission or not.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, we still did it. But shit, I'm not saying go back to Vietnam status. I guess when they show like pallets of fucking brew and stuff like that. Yeah. But let the motherfuckers enjoy some time. You might get your ass blown up out there. I personally didn't think I was coming back from Mosul. Personally, he just kept getting fucked up out there, and so I was like, "Fuck it, whatever happens, happens," And you're muted, and I can't hear you. Can't hear you. I see your lips moving. You're moving. No audio. There you go.
Okay. So if a platoon isn't going out, right? Because we regulate every fucking thing. Why isn't that, it can't be controlled? Okay, a sergeant, a smoke, whoever, your platoon ain't going out. Hey, listen, you guys, they can enjoy 2 beers tonight. Mm-hmm. Just 2 beers. Like y'all are over there in this fucked up ass country. Soldiers are getting fucked up ass news left and right. Old ladies cheating. Old lady done cleaned out their account. This shit's going on. That shit's going on. I see a receipt for Walgreens for $58. Goddamn, who the fuck done got some plan B? You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Or that's when you get time, because sometimes we were on River City. We were on River City for a hot minute out there in Mosul, because like motherfuckers were getting hit bad left and right. For those that don't know River City, that's when they do a Camo blackout. And all you're going to see is River City, being that you can't communicate out. So, dude, and then it does get stressful, Then when you go do the fucking ceremonies at the airfield, the RAM ceremonies, fuck, that shit starts hitting you, bro. Like, fuck, I might be next. Is this my last motherfucking day? You know what I mean?
No one ever knows.
Bro, I mean, I went to enough RAM ceremonies that I don't want to fucking, see those ever again. You know what I mean? But it made me question, like, when is going to be my turn to be carried into one of those fucking C-130s or C-17s, Mm-hmm. So, dude, even in Afghanistan, that was the last time that I carried a body. And that was they got hit. Was it in Bostic? I'm not sure which one it was, but they got hit out there, and there were 2 KIA, and they flew them over from their COP to JAF, and then from JAF we put them on the Blackhawks to get sent to Bagram. And I still remember, like, I know the dude didn't want to. He was not in the mood to carry the bag with his homie in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I get that. So like, man, I got you, dog. Don't worry about it. So myself and another cat, we volunteered to help, put the body bags or the bodies in the chopper. And I still remember the smell, bro. It's like it's like a chemical smell almost when you're putting the body in there. And that was the last time that I ever had to do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The first time I had to do that was on our first deployment. And that was when Sergeant Lopez, when he got killed. And I still remember to this day having to lift his head, put it inside the body bag, zip him up. I remember the flies and all that. I don't know how this fucking conversation went into this. What the fuck happened, bro?
Yep.
I didn't get here.
Bro, like you said, man, we will start somewhere and then we will go everywhere the fuck else, man.
I don't even know how the fuck we ended up in this convo.
But you know what? Let's face it. Let's be honest, man. This is what is needed, man, because it's therapeutic. At some level, this had to come out. And this isn't challenging nobody's manhood. And this is actually what I was going to go live and talk about. Shit is therapeutic when it comes to men. We need to be able to express shit. And this is a place right now. Your podcast is a place where we can get shit out that we may have, kept on to for a minute. and it's okay to get this shit out, man. It is to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not only that, but like, so here's the thing, like, there's podcasts out there that they specifically touch on PTSD. They specifically talk about this. They specifically talk about that. I'm trying to keep myself away from that because I don't want to put myself in a corner. You know what I mean? I like talking on the Gunline shit. Like one day we'll talk about, yeah, dude. We could talk one day in one fucking podcast. We could talk about 5-6 different topics. You know what I mean? And that's what I love. Like, I don't even know how we got to that point. Honestly, I know we were talking about alcohol.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just transitioned. I don't know how. But anyways, let's rewind. You know what? We need to do something here real quick. I'm gonna share my page real quick. Not my page.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna get me one last cup.
Go get yourself a cup, baby. Go get yourself a cup. All right. So, hey, this is the Gunline. Honestly, this is how we roll. I start off with one specific topic I know I want to hit on, and that shit just branches on into something else. So, anyways, if you're still here with us, really appreciate it. But I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to end on a happy note here. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. If you're not watching this on the YouTubes, there's this guy on TikTok called the Deadlift Dad. Funny as fuck. And he has this one called the 5 types of exercise of military punishment. And I can't wait to see these because they're pretty fucking funny. I'm pretty sure that nowadays this would be considered hazing. But hey, you know, you gotta have fucking fun. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have fucking fun, y'all. Because if you don't, then it's fucking boring. You know what I mean? So let's see here. Am I showing the right fucking screen? Am I not? Oh, I share this shit, bro.
I don't know. I don't do technology. I can't wait till next week though. You know, I was supposed to be getting my hair done today, but I got that thing going on.
This window away from the application. Can you see it, dude?
Yeah, it says 5 types of exercises military.
Number 5, we have what's called making sugar cookies. Roll around in the sand after you just got out of the lake or the river. You roll them back and forth.
I never did sugar cookies.
Basically, and the shit smoked out of you.
Can you hear it?
At the same time, we're making sugar cookies out of that motherfucking ass rolling around in the sand.
Yeah.
Nasty, gritty. That's that.
I hear both. Well, pause right now.
God damn it. Please move this window away from the shared application. What window? This window? What window? This?
I don't know, man. You had it at first. You've been doing it. I tell you what, this Crown Apple, and this is like the first time I've had Crown Apple in forever.
All right. Oh.
Number 5.
Okay, can you hear it?
We have what's called making sugar cookies. Roll around in the sand.
I can hear it, bro. I can hear
lake or the river.
You can or can?
Back and forth.
I can.
Basically, and the shit smoked out of you. At the same time, we're making sugar cookies out of that motherfucking ass rolling around in the sand. Nasty, gritty. That's that tactical. Number 4, we have the little man in the woods.
I hated that stupid one.
Man, you doing this type of exercise.
You ever did that one?
Weapon,
the jumping jacks or whatever?
Like you're a little man in the woods.
Like
doing jumping jacks. This shit is unbearable. Terrible. Fuck this shit. Number 3, we have monkey fuckers.
Monkey
grab your ankles, you start squatting down.
Yeah.
Basically, look what the name suggests. This is another fucking terrible one. Just embarrassing, straight up. Number 2, the most common is flutter kicks.
Fuck
Man,
flutter
you start
kicks.
doing this with front back goes, you're just doing flutter kicks and you have no idea what's going on. And the number 1 most fucking common exercise, punishment or not, the push-up. You better start pushing. You growing them chests, you growing them delts. You done fucked up, Ron, or whoever the fuck you are. Fuck, man, you did something, and that fucking concrete's not helping. You're fucked up. Start doing push-ups. Beat your face.
Beat your fucking face.
You know what I would love to do?
What's that?
When I was back at Bullock, I would fucking 101 overhead arm claps. I would break them fucking lieutenants off.
You used to like doing that shit in fucking Fort Hood. What the fuck you talking about? Bowling.
I fucking love that. 101, baby. You know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just a look at their face. I love that shit.
Anytime we were doing that shit, that or the itsy bitsy spiders, I think they were called. Like,
oh yeah,
like that. Yeah. Those. Whenever I heard you say some shit, I knew it was 101st. It's gonna be 101 fucking side saddle hops, 101. Yeah. I'm fucking dying like, oh my fucking God.
I wish this shit would hit.
Oh, God damn. But you know what? They didn't show my favorite one, which was fucking the dying cockroach. I used to love making motherfuckers do that one. But my favorite one for punishment or for corrective training.
Yeah, and then picking cherries.
Oh God, no. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, small circles forward, small circles. No, fuck all that. No, the one that I used to love breaking motherfuckers off with, the motherfucking mountain climbers.
Oh, they're easy. I love mountain climbers. They're easy.
Yeah, okay. Trust me, you get tired of those motherfuckers. But I think I chose that one because I would do it with them. You know what I'm saying? It's a good all-around exercise, man. You're getting your legs worked out, getting your abs worked out. We got a minute left, brother. Should we continue or call it a day with this?
Oh shit! If you want to continue, I got a couple hours, so I got to do something anyway.
All right, too easy. Let me send you that new motherfucking link, and we'll continue talking. All right?
Yeah, let's talk about like some of our fucking what's it called too. The corrective trainings.
Corrective training. We'll definitely discuss that when we come back. Only on the Gunline, y'all.
Bet.
All right, everybody. Thank y'all for watching the part 2 of the podcast. Right now, we're just waiting on Hunt to get back on here. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is normally how we roll if you're new to the podcast. I'm hoping to get, more feedback from y'all, which I do like hearing. I do like seeing y'all's comments. It helps me understand what, where y'all are coming from, and I can answer y'all as well. So I just like the interactiveness. So with that said, I do see somebody put on here, still going off the comments from the 21-year-olds or under 21 being able to drink. And someone just placed on there a while ago. I mean, should anyone in active war zones or military bases be allowed to drink there? I do think leave is different, but do you know how many accidents happen when active members drink? How many end up in the brig? How many or how bad drinking is for processing grief? I know several members who PTSD is made worse by drinking. And Mr. Bean, Colin Bean, thank you for that reply. I am one of those who made my who, when I would drink, would have a negative effect in my mind. All right. So what ended up happening was I would drink in order to feel. And then the problem was I didn't know how to, what's the word I'm looking for? I wasn't disciplined or responsible enough to drink responsibly. So there was either sober or all fucked up. It was no buzz drinking. It was, I'm getting fuckered up. So what ended up happening though was I would drink to feel. I wouldn't stop when I thought I should have. And I kept drinking myself into a point where I then got into my fucking emotions and got into my feels. So what ended up happening there then was, well, holy shit, is he on yet? What the fuck? So what ended up happening there was I would get too much into my feelings, which would then result with me making stupid decisions as I drank. And Hunt, just to let you know what I'm talking about right now, there's a comment that came on here by Mr. Colin Bean. And he said, I mean, should anyone in active war zones or on military bases be allowed to drink there? I do think leave is different. But do you know how many accidents happen when active members drink? How many end up in the brig? How many or how bad drinking is for processing grief? I know several members whose PTSD is made worse by drinking. That's what I was replying to as far as like the PTSD, as far as the mental issues and stuff like that. I was one of those, as I was saying, I was sharing with them that when I drink, when I used to drink, I would drink in order to start to try to feel and get in touch with those feelings, those emotions to try to process them. However, there was no in between. It was, I would drink fucked up. And then what ended up happening, I would go beyond my drinking, which put me in a fucking, like a spin. Fuck, why am I here? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? And it wouldn't end up correctly or well. So what are your thoughts?
Once again, like I know we're trying to, you got to think about it, man. A lot of this shit did happen during Vietnam, and I got it. The one thing that separates us as an army from everybody else is that we learn from lessons.
Yeah.
These other people, look at Russia. They don't learn from their fucking lessons. They're still doing World War II tactics shit. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, we did learn. Now, once again, if you're forward and you know that you are not doing any missions and it can be regulated. I'm talking about the CP has this shit under lock and control. Hey, Smoke, your guys can come in here, get the 2 beers and fucking roll. And keep it account. Everything else is fucking accountable. Hell, they were trying to account fucking for ammunition at one point in time. So why the fuck couldn't they account for this shit when they're doing it? You know what I mean?
Bro, we kept accountability for nose plugs, remember?
Yes, you have to. Like, so why would you do this shit for that? Now, if we're talking about being home station, you can't take away somebody's right to do that. That's right. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers need that stress relief. It is a stress relief, and unfortunately, this goes back to like what we were kind of saying. Young people and people in general today, and I think especially in the military, we were always told that suck it up and drive on. Yeah. So if you're told to suck it up and drive on, what are you going to do? You don't want to look weak and go complain and talk to the therapist, even though they're there for that. So you go to your room and do what? So I think that attitude of suck it up and drive on, don't complain, led to a lot of alcoholism in the military because people couldn't vent.
Yeah.
You couldn't vent. You know, I see that little face, but think about it. You couldn't vent. So what did they have to do? They just turned to alcohol, just like, fuck it, man.
Well,
I need some.
That's the funny thing, though. I mean, we still vented just under the influence. I think it's because it lowers our inhibitions or whatever the fuck people call it. It makes us feel a little more loose.
Yeah. It lowers our give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So what I figure is like, you know, like I could get into a conversation with motherfuckers about this shit. I can laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, getting blasted at, being blown up. I can laugh about it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And some people might not understand that, you know, but then there's times where like later on in the day, I'm like, it starts bothering me. So
they almost died.
Yeah, dog. And it's like, you know, but that's if I let it though. But anyways, the reason I made that little face was because I think it's part of drinking is just part of the military though. I mean, it's just comes with it. You know, not only that though. I mean, we know it's part of the military culture, you know, because honestly, at least in the field artillery, I don't know about any other fucking MOSs, so don't fucking kill the messenger. But I'm thinking about the grog.
Yeah.
You know, we made a grog.
I went to my ex-wife's military ball, and that shit was so fucking bland.
What?
Yeah, that shit was fucking bland as fuck. I was like, yo, y'all shit is whack.
Dude, when they would put the different charges in the grog, I fucking loved it. You know, because of the Tennessee Hills or whatnot, I put in this whole bottle of Jack Daniels. Oh, because of our time on the Mexican border, I put in this tequila.
Every fucking battery, when they first started did that shit, it was like, yo, whose battery is gonna get the fucking loudest?
Yes.
And then when they did that shit for like St. Barb's, whose battalion is gonna get the fucking loudest?
Bro.
Like, yo, what?
The best St. Barb's shit I ever saw was when I was in 19 at a Fort Stewart. These motherfuckers had an aiming circle, bro. And they had the different fucking units in different parts of the motherfucking inside of the ballroom. And so they would call out like, you know, battalions or whatever the fuck it is, regiment, aiming point this instrument. So, you know, 19, aiming point identified. All right, 19. They call it deflection and quad. They go.
They did the grog. No, yeah.
Hold on. They did the back and forth with, you know, aiming point this instrument, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, 19 is laid. Everybody in 19 gets to sit down. That shit was fucking clean, dog. And they would do that with all the other battalions, bro. That shit was clean. But the best, dog, that shit was
fucking, that shit is sound fire as fuck.
You just see like everybody standing up right around, and then they'll be like, you know, 110 is laid. You know what I'm saying? And they just sit down. 19, you're laid. Like, damn, that shit was badass, dog. That was just the best thing I ever saw. But anyways, no, but the grog, you know, I used to love seeing that shit. And of course, you know, they put in that dry ice to make it smoky and all that shit. It's all a gimmick. But at the end of the day, it made you proud to be an artilleryman. At least me. You know, I bought that shit hook, line, and sinker, bro. I love that shit.
Bro, I was so indoctrinated to be an artilleryman for years. I knew the artilleryman's creed. I can't remember that shit for nothing. Like I learned that shit in basic AIT, even in fucking Fort Campbell. Learned it, still memorized it while I was first at Fort Hood, but I forgot that shit.
Did you just say memorized it?
Yeah, memorized that shit. It's the fucking like apple.
What you drinking on over there, man?
Brown apple. Yo, to get away from this shit, because like you said, we all over the place. I have to tell you about yesterday, dog.
Tell me about yesterday, man. That's right. You were gonna say something. What happened yesterday, bro?
These motherfuckers thought these motherfuckers literally thought that I was a fucking sucker. So you know I got
doke.
Bro, did they? For $266. Like, y'all got me fucked up. So you know I got a new car, right?
Yes, I do.
I love that motherfucking RT. Man, bro, when I find stupid reasons to go to the store and get my shit just to hear that bitch crank up.
Bro, you sound like that kid on the first day of school that just needs a reason to go sharpen his pencil. He can show his shoes.
Yeah, for real. Bro, it's so bad. I went to go try to pay off my one of my daughter's Christmas gifts. I got her the AirPods. So I was like, okay, I'll just put it on my bill. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the store and pay this shit off. Mm-hmm. And then they let me know that I couldn't do it. And I was like, it's okay. I just wanted to get in my car anyway. but no, so I get a call yesterday, and it's from the dealership, and there's like, hey man, there was a problem. Apparently we didn't charge you enough. You still owe $266. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, with the trade-in value, you know, there were some numbers that were mixed up. And I was like, I said, no. I said, hold up. I was like, no. I had a contract with y'all November 17th for a certain amount. I was like, that contract, that's what I signed for. I was like, that's a mistake that you guys made on y'all end. Mm-hmm. Dude was like, he's like, yo, it might come out of my check. It's going to come out of somebody. He's like, yeah, that sucks to be pay for this shit. Man, I got on the phone with my old lien holder. I was like,
and you froze again. God damn it.
Yeah, so you froze on my end, but yeah. So I got on the phone with my old lien holder, and I'm telling them about it. And I was like, and they're calling, everybody's calling each other back and forth. And they were like, listen, he's not responsible for that. Like, this was the deal that we signed with y'all on this day. It's like, now if there was a mistake it's like, it's not his fault. And I'm like, I told him I'm not paying for shit. I was like, dude called me. He sent me a text. He was like, yeah, man. So unfortunately, it looks like you're going to have to pay this $200. I was like, I'm not paying shit. I was like, I have a contract. I was like, y'all are trying to have my contract null and void. I was like, no, I said, what you're doing right now is a breach of contract.
Exactly.
I was like, I will get my lawyer. I was like, I guarantee you I was like, y'all are going to eat that $266 or y'all going to eat this $30,000. Mm-hmm. Which one do y'all, I said, how hungry are y'all? Which one do y'all want to fucking eat? $266 or $30,000?
Facts. Or you could take it to court and see how much that's going to cost you.
And then if I do that, I'm gonna sue exactly once again for what I owe on that car. So I ain't got to worry about making monthly payments on that bitch. Like, yo, like what y'all want to do? I'm coming out on top.
Right. You know what? Speaking of shit like this, man, about motherfuckers, I got one thing to say. I went to get my fucking license renewed today. Mm-hmm. Thank God. Got my license. Texas DMV, y'all on point. The one off of Hebner here in San Antonio, in Leon Valley, that shit was awesome. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen out there, just because I have a disabled veteran's license plate, please don't expect me to be in a wheelchair. Don't expect me to walk with a limp. Don't think that I'm disabled enough to not whoop your ass either.
Yeah, for real.
I can't stand when I'm given a look for example, when I used to park in the handicap spots, because that's one of the benefits that we used to have was be able to park in the handicap spots. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, I only parked in there when my back was really fucked up or I had to carry a lot of heavy shit that would aggravate my back. The reason I'm saying is because motherfuckers be looking at you like you're fucking like sideways. You know what I mean? Like they expect you to look all fucking decrepit or some kind of way. I'm not the crypt keeper, motherfucker. All right. But if you want to go ahead and switch bodies with me and you take all my ailments with it, please feel free. Feel fucking free.
Oh God. Like, you know how bad my knees and my hips hurt, especially last night. Like I felt like my knee was going to dislocate and I'm like, yo, I am only 40. What the fuck is going on? My hips, bro, both of my hips hurt. On my left side, it feels like I pulled my growing. This shit is so fucking tender. But they told me anyway that they told me that if I did have surgery on my hip to remove some of the calluses or some stuff that's built up from the socket in the hip, they said I could do that, but they said it's going to be more detrimental for me because of how old I am right now. So they could go in there and clean that shit. But I'm like, how the hell can somebody tell me I'm faking when there's x-rays, MRIs, the doctor's even like, nah, man, this shit is wrong with you. We could do this, but it's going to fuck you up even more. You know what I'm saying? So how you tell me I fucked up?
These motherfuckers, when I was still in, they wanted to give me those injections in my back. And I'm like, what's that going to do? All that's going to do is numb the pain. So what's that going to make me do? More fucking work, because I feel like, hey, I can still do it, you know, and just aggravate it more, you know. And I want y'all to understand this, people. Not everybody in the army sat behind a fucking desk. Some of us sling rounds, all right? We sling them motherfuckers. And even those 105s, you know, they get pretty heavy. You know, you start carrying fucking that little coffin of Tootsies.
Yeah, you carry you got to carry 2 of them Tootsies at a time and hurry up.
Yeah. These motherfuckers. And then if you're carrying a 155 round, you know, those bitches and then you got the tall boys too. Come on now. Y'all got to understand, man. Yeah, but anyways, I just want to throw that out there. And last but not least, I saw this one chick on the TikToks, on the Talks of Ticks. And I got to give her props for what she said. But it was something akin to, we've been out in the field and they're allowing females to rotate every 3 days for hygiene purposes. And she said, I feel like this is an EO because it's only the females that are getting to rotate in to go shower and get, you know, cleaned up, but not the males. So I think that's discrimination against the males. And I got to give her, you know, her little props, you know, because she was like, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and drop her off so she can get cleaned up. And then I'm going back to the field. So I'm like, okay, more power to you. Props, you know, because that's how I feel about it. Now, here's the thing. Like, motherfuckers were dogging her in the fucking comments. Like, oh, you're a pick-me, or you sound like a pick-me, and this and that. But no, I mean, it's real. I think train as we fight. And don't get started with the whole fucking, oh, well, in the initial invasion. But
no, because I see, no. That's the thing, though. Like you said, we train as we fight. Bro, I can tell you right now, leaving from Kuwait and driving to Mosul, like, I remember, you know, that for whatever reason, the fuelers were already set up at some point. So somebody had already left before our battalion, our brigade left, and we had field points. So I remember stopping twice for fuel. One time it was literally gas and go. The other time we got to take, I don't know what it was, but I got a quick nap in and I felt great. You know what I'm saying? Word. But the people didn't get to go take showers like that. And we all know that there's certain circumstances, and I'm pretty sure they knew it too.
So what I'm getting at though is, why are they dogging this female out? You know, for she, you know, and everybody's saying, oh, it's because of hygiene purposes, or because you ever been with a female out in the field for over a week, you know, it's gonna be stank. And it's like, well, you know what? You chose that MOS.
It's gonna stink with a whole bunch of dudes too. Have you ever been in that fucking gun when it's just motherfuckers? Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah. So here's the thing though, like, you know, I gotta give her props. I wish I had her fucking name on here. I'll put it out. But you know, to her credit, stop dogging her for trying to, you know, that's the type of females that I'm like, okay, you want to be in this MOS, you're gonna handle the business like the rest. Too easy. But if you're gonna be a baby back bitch talking about I gotta go clean my coochie every 3 days, you joined the wrong motherfucking MOS.
There's still some dudes too that are baby back bitches.
Okay, I get that. But you know what we can do to those motherfuckers? We can bathe them forcefully. All right, you can get canteens and
that's
water on the ass.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's the solution. Like, I know that we did that right when I was at NTC. They made sure they ordered plenty of shower bags, and you know, the supply sergeant, she was a female. So what happened was, she was like an E4 female, a woman, and so what they did was when we got our little lull, the little lull, everybody, hey ladies, let's go. Y'all get ready. Y'all finna do y'all little shower or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then even with me, we had our lull. Man, I was like, all right, let me get this 5-gallon jug. Let me get this that swab bucket. I hit them hot spots. Man, I felt so fucking good. Bro, I only hit the hot spots.
I'm gonna tell you. I remember when we had that 1 month field problem before we deployed. And I remember it was hot as balls. And I remember, I'm starting to get them all mixed up together. I just remember I was out in the field and I ended up going, oh, somebody breaking in your house?
Nah, man, I smell.
You gotta get that thing.
It's like I smell some smoke or something.
Oh, so I ended up going to the tree line with my soap, with my soap and my canteens, my little green canteen bottles. And I took the drip pan with me, put a plastic bag in there. You know, I didn't want to step on no fucking oil and shit.
Yeah.
So anyways, and I went out to the wood line. One canteen was for, you know, watering down,
yeah,
lathering up. Other canteen, rinse off. You know, assholes, armpits,
yep,
feet,
crotch.
you know,
Yep.
yes.
Hey, hot spots. You got to hit them hot spots. That's it.
And what sucks about these fucking times in the field was, you know, I had fresh uniform, everything feeling good, right? Till I had to walk my happy ass back to the gun. Because by the time I got back to the gun, I was all fucking sweaty and humid already again.
Yep.
You know, here's the thing, but I don't know if they ain't gonna be able to do that, then take them out of that environment. So, anyways, that's just what my 2 cents were gonna be. Props to homegirl for putting up with that shit and drop that motherfucking EO complaint on her. What's good for one is good for all. God damn it.
What's good for me is not for thee.
Oh man. All right. We'll go ahead and close it out with this.
Yeah.
What did you want to say about that politics shit when he was saying about the Democrats?
Man,
I know you want to say something about the
I forgot. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I completely forgot. I just like, you know what? All control, delete that shit. You know what I'm saying? I will say this. I hope everybody out there listening, and to you and your family, y'all have a blessed, happy day tomorrow.
Word.
And how about them Cowboys?
Fuck them Cowboys. I do want to say something. Tomorrow I rotate around the earth, around the sun for the 45th time. And
your birthday's tomorrow?
My birthday's tomorrow, man.
Get the fuck out of here. Yours was the day after cruises? Get the fuck. Why am I just putting 2 and 2 together? Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's why it was
yo, that's why it's hard, man.
Yeah, that's why it kind of hurt my ass because like the last time, so me and him were talking shit together. Me and him and Kowalski, we were talking shit on the text messages, and then remember me and you ended up doing the podcast.
Yeah, talking shit. Yeah, like oh my god,
talking shit on Cruise. Like fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yes, everybody, be thankful. Be very thankful for you know, I get there's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers that try to politicize this shit about, you know, the Indians and the fucking pilgrims. You know, at the end of the day, think about what you are grateful for. You know, don't worry about what you don't have. All right. Don't keep fucking wondering what if I would have done this, what if I would have got that. Instead, be thankful for what you do have. You know, be grateful for it, that you have your health, that you have your family, that you have your friends. Because at the end of the day, you know, they're the ones that are going to be looking after you. You know, they're the ones that your true friends. All right. Because there's motherfuckers that they're friends in name only, baby. The motherfuckers will be out there like, yeah, you my dog, you my homie. And when she hits the fan, they know where to be found. You know,
where you at?
You know, I'll tell you one thing. Miller, that's my dog for life. And he always says this one thing that's the truth, man. He knows that if ever came a point in time that I had to go up to him and be like, hey, man, we got to go ride. You jump in the car and let's roll. I know that he wouldn't even ask me why. He'd be like, all right, let's go. You know,
I'm not going to say no names, but something like that happened to me with spring break with somebody we know. They was like, hey, I'm here. I need you right now. I was like, they was like, hey, bring that thing.
Yeah, let's go put in that work.
I was like, yo, he was like, yo, I'm serious. Bring that thing. I was like, all right. I was like, I'm 5 minutes away. I hopped in the car. Skirt.
Bro.
It was there the whole fucking time.
I just read a comment right now that I need you to hear.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to the alcohol question, 21 and under. Crypto Buddha said, no, war doesn't take the same maturity as it takes to kill someone after training.
Crypto Buddha, what are you talking about? War does take maturity. Jokers will freeze up in a heartbeat and not pull that fucking trigger. You have to be mature to understand what the fuck you're doing.
To accept the responsibility of what you've done.
Yes.
That war will mature you pretty motherfucking fast.
Yo, I will say this. Make sure you, side note, make sure you respond to these people, to as many people as you can.
I'm gonna try to, man.
Yeah, that's really gonna help boost that algorithm too, bro.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe hey, seriously, if this is your first time, you got through the podcast, through the fucking shorts, I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep pumping these out there. Because shit, 2.7 thousand views.
Damn. Yeah.
That's fucking good.
Man, listen, there's a few of my shit that get like that. Though I've had one that has, well, I probably shouldn't brag about it.
You good?
Last I seen it was 2.2 million.
Hell yeah. Go check out King Virgo 82 on TikTok.
And then the one that I have pinned on my thing has over 100,000 views. That's with me, my last fire mission. Well, I got into it with this fucking dude. Did you see how I was getting into it with that motherfucker?
No, what happened on that one?
This dude was like, "Oh, that's good, but you're wrong as a chief. You shouldn't. That was wrong for you to do that." And I was like, "He's like, you shouldn't have checked your own data." I was like, "One, did you not hear my soldier call off deflection and quadrant was safe?" I was like, "Two, what you didn't realize." I was like, "If you look at I broke that shit down to him." I was like, "If you look at my shit, you'll see I have a white headband." I was like, "Now, if you look even closely, you'll see two other people with white headbands." I was like, "One was my platoon leader, one was my platoon sergeant. They were on that gun line with me. We were in a training environment." I was like, and then what you didn't see was the gunnery sergeant off on the other side, standing behind my soldier, making sure that we did every fucking thing to make sure this shit was right. So we just wouldn't show these lieutenants some fucked up shit. We wanted to show them, no, man, there's always checks and bounds.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Field artillery, you check, recheck, and check one more motherfucking time.
Exactly. Why do you think they were all on there?
I still got my last primer from Korea. This is my last primer, and I finger popped the fuck out that motherfucking gun. I finger popped it, boom, and I caught my motherfucking primer.
So, I don't even know where my fucking last primer is at, dog. I don't.
This is it right. This is the one this was, from Korea. Look at that little expended shit. Oh, I love this shit. And it's tradition, bro. It's tradition.
That's something for your grandchildren. Yeah, dude, that is something for your grandchildren right there, man.
Man, I got a lot of shit here. My kids will love it one day. Hopefully, the army gets into a better fucking. We're gonna stop there because now we're gonna start up a whole.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So thank you once again for being here on the Gunline with myself and Lee Hunt. We do appreciate y'all. Please feel free, hit us up. Let us know what you want us to talk about. I'll put out another short. I think it's working out this way pretty good, where I put out a short where we're gonna discuss and then get the feedback. I kind of dig that. If you haven't done so, if you do have TikTok, go ahead and fucking find King Virgo 82 on TikTok and go find OTGL_podcast. And let's help me get more views on there because I need 1,000 motherfuckers in order for me to go live or join discussions.
Yes.
So if
we definitely need to get the Gunline podcast to 1,000 views because I'm really adamant about getting all my friends to 1,000 views so we can have these talks. I enjoy having talks with everybody, but I love having talks and discussions with my friends that I've known for years.
And I hope I'll try my best not to get us banned again.
Yeah, because I got that ban.
Got that ban hammer, baby.
Yeah.
But with that said, I do appreciate everyone being here. Thank you for everything. Make sure you go check out the Deadlift Dad also on TikTok. He has those top 5 bull things and bull things. See, I'm already censoring myself.
Yeah. Welcome.
I want to make sure that I'm fucking I think this one might get some traction on Facebook. Not on Facebook. What's this shit called? On YouTube, because I haven't said it. Oh no, I did. I said the W one about Lark.
You'll be all right. I know you'll be all right though.
All right.
But one last thing I will say, man, make sure that when you do the shorts, that before you close, you always shout yourself out on TikTok and make sure you shout yourself out on TikTok. You see how many people's already seen this today within 24 hours. So that way now they're going to, because a lot of people have TikTok. So shout yourself out at the end of your shorts. So that way they can go look at your shit.
17 hours and 2 minutes. What I want to know is who's these dislikers, motherfuckers.
Probably
I want to know who's disliking my shit.
Yeah. But make sure you shout yourself out on the TikTok so they can know where to find you at, man.
Yes, sir. So make sure y'all go King Virgo 82 OTGL_podcast. You know what? Go to Nation. Never mind that part.
Don't do that. Edit that out, nigga. Cut the rest of this shit. Cut it short, nigga.
So with that said, make sure y'all go to onthegunline.com. You'll find my links there to the merch, to the social, all right? Round complete, end of mission, March order, motherfuckers.
Later, all shit.